This is the morning routine that completely changed my life and who I was as a person and my productivity and my output, and literally made my life a million times better. I won't make you watch a whole video. It's literally 3 things. I get up at 6:30, I go for a walk, listen to a podcast, meditate in the car for 10 to 20 minutes, read a book, drink some coffee, and that is it. That is literally it. But I'll explain why I do everything and why I think maybe you should consider doing it too if you're anything like me. How do I know this works? Because when I stopped doing it, my life went to shit on every single measurable metric, bro. Happiness, productivity, my actual output of work, the amount of time that I can focus. And yeah, look, I get it. There's a lot of fad shit YouTube videos that are like, oh, do this morning routine. Most self-help videos and stuff on YouTube that is kind of in this sphere is complete BS. There is absolutely no way that the influencers who make these videos actually do this shit every single day. But I promise you, I do this every single day. I do this every single day, whether I made YouTube videos or not. It takes 1 hour to do, but for the 1 hour investment in the morning, I feel like I gain 4 hours of extra productivity and work back. First thing that I do in the morning is I literally just go for a 15-20 minute walk outside. Sometimes I do it in silence, sometimes I listen to a podcast, but I just go for a walk in nature. And there's 3 reasons for that. Reason number 1 is starting the day in nature, outside. It reduces depression, it makes you feel good, it makes you feel better. It's a really nice way to start the day. Number 2 is I got to do 12,000 steps every single day. It keeps me in shape, it keeps me healthy, it keeps my brain functioning well, it makes me sleep better, it improves every metric of my life. And number 3, like getting up at 6:30 a.m. every single day to go for a walk in the rain, sun or shine is not enjoyable. So if you've started your day off an investment like that, doing something you don't want to do for the greater good to work hard, you sure as hell are not going to waste the rest of the day procrastinating when you've dragged yourself out of bed to go for a walk in the rain in order to increase your productivity. Second thing is I get in my car, I turn the car on, I pollute the environment with my diesel engine running, and I turn on my leather heated seats, like what an absolute blessing. And then I meditate for 10 to 20 minutes. Why meditation? So without going into it too much, man, I might just go into it much because people ask me this. So bro, the purpose of meditation isn't to, people think it's just like not to think about anything. And that is not the purpose of meditation. First of all, like I feel like I've got to sell you this. And if meditation was a drug, it would be worth billions of dollars. Like the physiological effects, the psychological effects it has that are backed up in studies are absolutely insane. But the reason that people don't do it is because it's like going to the gym. There's a reason that 60% of people are obese. Like it takes commitment, it's difficult, it takes time, the results aren't instantaneous, and it is not fun. But man, there is real science behind it. So the purpose of meditation isn't to just not think about things. People think it's like, oh, you got to clear your mind and just not think about stuff. The purpose of meditation is to be aware of your thoughts, your feelings and emotions. So do you know when you meditate, or if you ever tried to meditate and you close your eyes, it's like focus on your breath, and then you're just to focus on your breath and not think about things, and your mind wanders and then you get lost. And then you realize you're like, oh shit, I'm doing it wrong. I'm thinking about stuff. Am I wasting my time? No, you're not. So the purpose of meditation is to be, at the most basic level, is to be aware of your thoughts, feelings and emotions. So the fact that you've realized that you're thinking about something else rather than just having a clear mind is good, bro. The fact that you're able to realize that your mind's wandered, that is the purpose of meditation itself. So you're able to acknowledge when your mind is going elsewhere. You're able to acknowledge feelings, you're able to acknowledge emotions, you're able to look inside or introspectively, and you're basically training yourself to kind of separate your thoughts, your feelings and emotions with your consciousness, your true self. I suppose from a more scientific point of view, what we're probably doing is we're just learning to be able to observe ourselves, to observe our thoughts, feelings and emotions and slow down and then separate those two things. The moment for me when I realized that I should probably do this for the rest of my life was when a few years ago, a girl was screaming at me, my ex-girlfriend, and she was not happy about something. It's a long story, bro. She wasn't technically my girlfriend at the time. She was my ex-girlfriend at the time, and we weren't even seeing it. Anyway, I was literally getting screamed at on the phone. In the past, that would have really upset me. Like, it would have properly triggered me. I probably would have shouted back. I would have got angry. I would have got upset. I would have got emotional. I would have got annoyed. For the first time in my life, no matter how someone was treating me or shouting at me or what they were saying to me, I was able just to like look at that and see it for what it is and just completely detach from it emotionally and not be emotionally affected by it. I was like, okay, like I wasn't angry, I wasn't upset. I could just observe my thoughts and feelings and how I would feel to that situation and just separate myself from it. And then I was like, holy fuck, this is literally a superpower, bro. Third thing that I do immediately after I stop meditating is I do not go on my phone other than to put a playlist called Let Go on Spotify, just like my reading playlist. But third thing I do is I go straight to reading. And the reason for that is because of my brain and my ADHD, I cannot focus on a book. Like, it just does not work. I used to read a book a week. I couldn't work out why I literally couldn't read more than a few pages when I stopped doing this stuff. And it's because I didn't meditate before I had read. Like, my brain was in this like TikTok rotted mind where I'm constantly looking for new stimulus, and a book is just not entertaining. So if you sit there for 10 to 20 minutes and meditate in complete silence, a book is going to be the most interesting thing your brain has ever seen if you go straight from meditation to that. You're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with, whether you like it or not. Your family, your friends, the 5 people that you spend the most time with in your life, you will become the average of those 5 people. You'll earn the average of them. You will become like the average of them, especially if you're a bit younger, or maybe you're in a job that you don't like. If you're living at home, like, we can't always control the 5 people that we spend the most time with. So you're going to absorb traits from people that you really, really don't want to get, man. This is basically someone's brain. This is an author's brain that is very successful, and they've condensed all their life lessons down into a couple of 100 pages in a book. So by reading a book every single day, man, you are shifting the average of the 5 people that you are spending the most time with, and you are putting it more into your hands. I think it was Bill Gates that said if you could have one superpower, it would be the ability to read more books, or to instantly read books, because you have got someone's entire life, you've got someone's brain in the palm of your hand, their life story, all their successes, all their lessons, all their failures that have taken their entire lifetime to learn. You've got that, and you can read that in half a day, in a couple of hours if you want to. And that is fucking amazing, bro. Like, and yeah, read books. But that is literally the 3 things I do every single morning. Nothing fancy, nothing special. It takes under an hour. And like I said, it might not work for you. It works for me. And this is what I need to do to win. This is what works for me. And I think we're going towards this whole cool thing of, oh, it's not cool to meditate, and it's not cool to do this like morning routine stuff, and all this is stupid, and it's like a few years ago. I feel like we're kind of shifting towards that. But bro, if it works, it works. If you strip everything back at the most basic level, what it comes down to is, does this work for you? And this video might be completely useless to you. Like, you might be able to roll out of bed and crack straight on with work and focus for 5 hours. If it works for you, it fucking works for you. It doesn't matter what someone on the internet says. If going into the park, pulling down your trousers, putting your legs behind your ears and splaying your butt cheeks and showing your rectum to the sun works for you and makes you motivated, good, go fucking do it. So what I'm trying to say, man, is don't take everything at face value. But for me, my ADHD jumble of thoughts brain that gets so distracted by things and struggles to focus, like, I need the meditation in the morning. I need that peace, that reading, that walk in the morning to get up and get my shit done. This is what makes me into the person I want to become, and this is one of the things that single-handedly was responsible for my biggest, most positive transformation of the person. Let me know if you do anything. Let me know if you think this is stupid, if you think it's dumb. Let me know if you tried it. And yeah, boys. Anyway, peace out, lots of bits. Thank you. Good night.